Voices about ISIS.
Northern California and Nevada facing a storm system that is threatening to be the region's biggest in over a decade. Antonio Guevara has been sandbagging his home as floodwaters take over his garage.
We heard it on the news. We had a few warnings on our phone, but we didn't think it would get this bad. So turns out it got worse than what we expected.
He's in Gilroy, south of San Jose. Word that the giant sequoia with that tunnel carved into it has collapsed in the rain. It'll be a busy week in Washington as the Senate begins hearings into Donald Trump's cabinet nominations. ABC's Andy Field says some hearings may be smoother than others.
First up, Attorney General picks Senator Jeff Sessions. The Judiciary Committee may have tough questions about his record on civil and women's rights. Senate once rejected Sessions for a federal judgeship because of charges he was insensitive to racial issues. Wednesday will be the busiest day, with Democrats asking about Secretary of State nominee and former ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson's close relations with Vladimir Putin and Russia.
The president-elect is up and tweeting today, calling 19-time Oscar nominee Meryl Streep one of the most overrated actors ever and a Hillary flunky. His comments following her criticism of him on stage at the Golden Globes last night. Trump also tweeted he did not mock a disabled reporter on the campaign trail. He says he would never do that. You're listening to ABC News.
Have you ever thought you'd like to buy and sell houses but didn't know how or where to begin? Do you fear your job is in jeopardy, or is your business income reduction keeping you awake at night? We're in the best time in 25 years to make a fortune in real estate without using your money or credit. My name is Ron LeGrand, and I've taught 500,000 people to do just that, and personally bought hundreds of houses myself. If you'll call 800-495-1836 24 hours and leave your information, I'll send the first 500 callers my hot new CD, Fortunes in Foreclosures, and my best-selling book to help you get started absolutely free. I'll show you how to build a six-figure income part-time with no previous experience and no license, even if you're a busy professional. Call 800-495-1836 24 hours and get my new book and CD free. That's 800-495-1836. Take your life back and make this your best year ever. Call 800-495-1836.
Security beefed up in Jerusalem after the truck ramming attack that left 4 Israelis dead. ABC's Jordana Miller is there.
A day of mourning across Israel as the funerals get underway for the 4 young Israeli soldiers, 3 women and a man, killed in the Palestinian truck ramming terror attack. U.S. Embassy officials telling ABC News one victim, 20-year-old Erez Ofer, was a dual American citizen. Police arrested 9 suspects overnight in East Jerusalem. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the slain Palestinian attackers supported the Islamic State but provided no further details. Jordana Miller, ABC News, Jerusalem.
In London, millions of commuters cycled, trudged, and waited in long lines for buses as a strike by those who run the underground shut down the city's subway network. Arrests in Paris, 16 in custody, accused of carrying out the Kim Kardashian jewelry heist. And are you happy at work? And does your boss know if you are? Could make a difference.
Heads up, managers. Do you know if your employees are happy? Paul McDonald with Robert Half says if you don't know the answer to that question, you could lose valuable talent.
If that war on talent is giving employees choices, it's incumbent upon us as employers to make them feel happy.
And here's what they really want.
The number one driver of happiness overall is feeling proud and pride in the organization in which they work for.
Yep, that's even ahead of salary and other perks. Daria Albinger, ABC News.
This is ABC News.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. With a call to National Tax Helpline, you can stop the wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. Take down the number now for the Tax Helpline. 800-805-1055. That's 800-805-1055 for free information. 800-805-1055.
I'm Sherry Preston.
North Carolina Tractor Supply, your Massey Ferguson dealer in Rutherfordton, has some really great ideas this year. This could be the year for you to get that Massey Ferguson you've been wanting. Stop by today and see what Massey Ferguson and Phil Sheehan at North Carolina Tractor Supply have for you. Check to see if you qualify for 0% financing. Today could be your day at North Carolina Tractor Supply, Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton.
We're starting the morning with 16 degrees, cold out there right now, and highs today expected to reach 32. Wind chill value is low as 10. Got a wind about 5 miles per hour today. Tonight dropping back to 18.
In southern parts of the state. Tonight will be fair to cloudy. We'll have light winds and lows in the mid and upper teens. Then we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies Tuesday. A slight chance of a sprinkle or two toward evening. Highs tomorrow upper 30s north to mid 40s in the south. Now, meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
All right, I'll slow down. I'll let everybody do what they're supposed to do, then I'll do what I'm supposed to do. Too many going-ons this morning. Right now, let me tell you, 16 degrees, mostly sunny, highs around 32, with the wind chill value as low as 10. Tonight, lows around 18, a little bit warmer than it is right now. We will be warming up by Thursday. We're at 61 for the daytime high on Thursday, 64 on Friday, and 57 again on Saturday, and a little light rain coming this weekend. The snow is melting slowly. There's a lot of black ice out there on some of the roads and some of the venues, so just be careful. And we'll get to the closings and cancellations and delays here again in just a few moments. Right now we have these death announcements. Michael Wayne Lucas, age 60 of Bostic, died Saturday at his residence. A memorial service is pending, and the time and date will be announced by Harrelson Funeral Home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Michael Wayne Lucas. J.C. Adams, age 79 of Rutherfordton, passed away Saturday at the Hospice House of Rutherford County. The funeral service will be conducted at 2 o'clock Thursday at Holly Springs Baptist Church with Reverend Scott Booningham and Reverend Marion Duncan officiating. Burial will follow in the church cemetery. Family will receive friends from 6 until 8 o'clock Wednesday at the funeral home. At other times, they will be gathered at the family residence on Epley Road. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Service has been entrusted with the arrangements for J.C. Adams. Inez Allred Ramsey, age 91 of Forest City, passed away Thursday, January the 5th at Hospice House. The funeral service will be conducted at 1 o'clock today at the Alexander Missionary Methodist Church with Reverend Carl Ramsey Jr. and Reverend Michael Ruff officiating. Burial will follow in the Hopewell Community Cemetery. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Inez Allred Ramsey. Barbara Ann Randolph, age 75 of Shelby, passed away Friday, January the 6th at the Testa Family Hospice House in Kings Mountain. The funeral service will be conducted at 2 o'clock Wednesday at Googe Grove Baptist Church with Reverend Robbie Hensley officiating. Burial will follow in Morning Star Baptist Church Cemetery. Family will receive friends from 5 until 7 on Tuesday at the funeral home. Harrelson Funeral and Cremation Services has been entrusted with the arrangements for Barbara Ann Randolph. Those are the death announcements we have in-house this morning. Complete information on these and others as they come to us can be heard today at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon report here on WCAB in Rutherfordton. Some of the opening, closing, and delays this morning we have given to us. The Rutherford County Senior Center and all satellite meal sites will be closed today. There will be no meal deliveries to the home. A prepackaged meal was delivered on Friday, January the 7th, for home-delivered participants. Rutherford County Transit will be closed for operations today. Rutherford County offices, convenience centers, and landfill will operate on a delay today. They will open at 10 o'clock. The Rutherford County Courthouse opened at 11. The District Criminal Court begins at 11. Superior Court will begin at 2 o'clock. If you're a grand juror, please be at the courthouse at 1:45. Rutherford County Schools, Thomas Jefferson Classical Academy, and Trinity all closed today. It is an optional teacher workday for Rutherford County Schools. Isothermal Community College will open at 10 o'clock this morning. Those are the ones we have. Polk County schools closed today. McDowell County schools closed today. Cleveland County schools closed. Everybody around us closed off today.
The U.S. District Court in New Hampshire just made it harder for New England fishermen to earn a living and stay in business. At issue is a new regulation from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Under the rule, fishermen have to actually pay the cost to have a government nanny on board their vessels. This government monitor, this nanny, is there to make sure the fishermen are obeying all other federal regulations. Now, in the past, when the federal government wanted monitors on board fishing vessels, they paid for it at a cost of over $700 a day. Then last year, the federal government claimed it could no longer afford to pay that, so they wrote a new regulation that passed the cost on to the fishermen. David Gethel is one of the lead plaintiffs in a coalition of fishermen that sued the feds. He says fishing is his passion and his livelihood, but he's afraid that he won't be able to stay in business if he's forced to pay out of pocket for these federal monitors. Now, the court dismissed the fishermen's lawsuit, so thanks to the regime, New England fishermen have to fish or cut bait. They have to figure out how to carry yet another government-imposed expense in their overhead or look for another way to make a living. And this is no fish story. It's liberal reality, which stinks from the head down. And I thought they cared about the little guy.
Hiring is the most challenging part of my job. It's really hard. The searching, the sorting through resumes. Most people don't have the right experience.
We started using ZipRecruiter about 3 months ago. Right from the start, you could tell it was going to make hiring a lot easier. One click and my job was posted to 200 plus job boards, all the top sites.
All of the candidates came to my dashboard, and it's easy to compare them. Thumbs up if I liked them, thumbs down if I didn't. No emails and attachments, printing up docs, phone calls, none of that.
And I couldn't believe the number of great applicants we got. I had the person we needed within 1 week. I don't know how we hired before ZipRecruiter.
Whether you're looking to fill one position or 20, find the best candidates with ZipRecruiter, where your job is just one click away from 200 plus job sites. ZipRecruiter, the fastest way to hire. And right now you can try ZipRecruiter free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer. ZipRecruiter.com/radio offer.
Warriors out over the weekend, come by, and they've got a few left. The parking lot's cleaned out, roads are clear over there, so they're inviting you to come by. Also, they have a few jars of molasses and honey. It's from stick candy left over there. If you're going to be watching the game or not, they got popcorn, peanuts available. They got those roasted peanuts over there as well. Go by Washburn store today and do some stocking up and get that sled if you don't have one, and enjoy this weather while you can, and get some good eating while you're over there as well. Enjoy the game tonight, courtesy of Washburn store between Bostic and Sunshine on the Bostic Sunshine Highway.
Unlike most lawmen of the Old West who only occasionally served in that position, Bill Tillman had a lifelong dedication to the law, and probably the most dangerous occasion he ever encountered was on January 7, 1895. Bill Doolin and his gang had been running rampant, and Tillman with a couple of deputies were on his trail. Prepared for a long chase, Tillman was traveling with a covered wagon with a month's supplies. The weather in Oklahoma turned cold and bitter. As evening approached, with men and horses suffering from the weather, they saw a dugout with smoke coming from the chimney. Tillman tied his horse to the wagon and walked ahead to see if they could get shelter for the night. Once inside the dugout, he saw a man with a rifle who he recognized as Bill Dunn, one of the Doolin gang. Not letting on that he recognized Dunn, Tillman said he was looking for a Bill Dunn because Dunn had said his fighting dog was better than Tillman's, and he was here to accept the challenge. Bill Dunn remained silent. Then Tillman noticed double bunk beds on either side of the room. Blankets hung from the ceiling covering the beds, but Tillman could tell they were occupied, and he noticed the barrels of rifles sticking out of the blankets. Knowing it would be his end if he showed he was aware of the danger, Tillman said, "Well, if Dunn isn't here, I might as well move on." As he walked past the bunk beds, he could hear the men breathing. Once outside, he walked to the wagon, climbed aboard, and they rode off. As we shall see tomorrow, this wasn't the end of the story. You've just heard another story from Chronicle of the Old West. I'm Dakota Livesay.
Today we're being kind to Mandy Whitaker of Forest City on her birthday. She works at Grace Hospital up in Morganton, so we want to wish Mandy a happy birthday. We're getting started now with our caller and portion of our news, and Corporal Adkins is on the phone with me now from the Sheriff's Department. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Doing great, thanks. Tell us what's been happening over the weekend. Busy?
Yes. Oh, yes. Past 24 hours, answered 201 calls, had 4 arrests, currently have 160 in the county jail. Ashley Nicole White was served with a criminal summons. Justin Robert Buckner was served with a criminal summons, show cause. Travis Brian Wood was served with a criminal summons for failure to comply and a show cause. Jessica Parker was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, currently under a $500 secure bond. Wayne Hunt was arrested for attempted uttering and obtaining property by false pretense, currently under a $10,000 secure bond. Courtney Aldrich was arrested for misdemeanor larceny, and looks like there was no bond listed there. Andrew Crossland was arrested for obtaining property with false pretense, felony larceny. He's currently under a $10,000 secure bond. Jamal Green was arrested for assault on a female, currently under a $500 secure bond. Gustavo Muniz was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor. He's currently under a $3,000 secure bond. On incident reports, we have Michael Harris reported a breaking and entering and a larceny after breaking and entering. Franklin Woodrow reported a felony larceny. James Murray reported a breaking and entering, larceny after breaking and entering, and an injury to real property. And it looks like a Michael Hugh Harris reported a breaking and entering and a felony larceny after breaking and entering. And that's all I've got for you this morning, Jim.
Corporal Atkins, we do appreciate that report, and be safe out there on the highways today.
Thank you, sir.
See you now. Bye-bye. That's Corporal Atkins reporting in this morning, and the roads are still somewhat taken care of, main roads. The North Carolina Department of Transportation tells us most of the main roads are clear, but it's the side roads that are the most dangerous. That's where the black ice is. That's where some of the roads they did not get to. The side roads and overhead bridges and passes like that, so just be careful if you're traveling, and it may be there before you realize it. So drive carefully if you're going somewhere. The entire team at Crow's Funeral Home and Cremation Services can help you with options available. They will help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved one. During this time, it's important to turn to someone you can trust and depend on. Crow's Mortuary and Crow's Mortuary and Crematory has a long history of trust and dependability. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory. That's 286-2304. Here's Stacy now from the Communication Center. Let's see what's been going on over the weekend over there. Stacy, how you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Good. What's on your report?
In the past 48 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communication Centers processed 915 911 administrative calls, which consist of 95 EMS calls, 19 for rescue, and in law enforcement Sheriff's Office 201 calls, Forest City 80, Ruston 40, Laylor 8, and Spindale 68. Under fire calls, dispatched Cherry Mountain to a motor vehicle accident, Ellenboro to a motor vehicle accident, Forest City to a motor vehicle accident times 3, Huddle to a motor vehicle accident, Ruston to a fire alarm, SDA to a fire alarm, and Union Mills to 2 motor vehicle accidents. That's all we have.
You think those motor vehicle accidents were due to the weather?
I'm sure, yes.
Yeah, okay. We do appreciate it. You have a great day.
All right, you too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
All right.
20 minutes after 7 o'clock, we're heading over down toward Southern Carpet, and remind us that Southern Carpet is so ready to assist you with all your questions you have. I know you don't want to just jump into something. You don't want to order something off of a 1-800 number off of television where you can't read the fine print. You want to be able to talk to somebody and feel the carpet, look at it, see how it's going to look, and get some feel of what's best for your home and what's best for your budget. Talk with the Tony family at Southern Carpet today and find out more about what it's going to take to get you walking on something beautiful. Only a Southern Carpet, 1512 West Main Street, Forest City. And you can always visit them on the web, too, at southerncarpet.net. Ruby Taylor is up next in the SDO Fire District area. Ruby, good morning.
Good morning.
What's on your report today, Ruby?
Well, the fire department had one call, and it was to a fire alarm. And I've got one birthday today, and it's Casey Wilkins, and I hope she's having a good birthday. And the signs are in the arms today and going to the breast tomorrow, and that's all I got, Jim.
Thanks, Ruby. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
The Recliner Center is happy to introduce new styles of Spring Air mattresses. Some come with the cool gel that you're going to love. Remember the days when you could flip your mattress? Well, Spring Air is now offering the flippable mattress. Check out these for a really great night's sleep. The Recliner Center is needing to make room for some new styles of lift chairs, recliners, and sofas, and you're going to get some special deals on the floor models and extra inventory in the store. Now, you always know you get the best deals in town at the Recliner Center, and now's the best time to go shopping. Check on the inventory of new recliners, sofas, and lift chairs coming in. Now, some of the styles have a new water-repellent fabric. Water beads up instead of soaking into the fabric. Leave it to the Recliner Center to offer you the best choices and best prices. Ask to see the new wall hugger style of furniture. Hours are Wednesday through Friday 9 to 5 and Saturday 9 to 2. The Recliner Center on Cooper's Gap Road in Rutherfordton. Save-A-Lot Grocery Store is your next stop to saving big money. You'll find loads of merchandise with incredible low prices and hundreds of name brand items. And with clean, spacious aisles, that'll make shopping a pleasure. Take advantage of the popular Pick 5. Get 5 grocery items at a low price of only $19.99, including meat products. Save-A-Lot has a great produce section with all your favorite fruits and vegetables. Hours are Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Sundays, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's Save-A-Lot Grocery Store in the White Oak Plaza near Big Lots.
Now we're slipping into the sliding up to Rumbling Ball this morning. It's Steve on the phone to see how you survived the weekend. How you doing this morning?
Little slippery out there, Jim.
Yes.
Yeah, I was talking to Todd on Saturday morning. I was here. Spent the night, Friday night, 5 to 7 inches of snow, depending upon where you were standing.
Yeah.
And we still got some roads that are really impassable in some of our neighborhoods. We got, we don't cut our trees down too much here. So we got a lot of shade, and some of those shady roads, it melts just enough to kind of adhere to, like ice adhering to the pavement, and it's real thin, and they can't get those blades under it. So we got some patchy ice on some of those roads on the South Fork. I just went out to explore that road, which is always one of the last ones to go, and it's impassable. So we're going to have a delayed opening here at Rumbling Ball Resort today at 10 a.m. The golf is closed, but the restaurants and all the other services will be open at 10. So we survived the weekend. A lot of trees down, but nobody's hurt, no property damage that we know of yet.
A lot of hills up there to slide down with sleds. Was anybody doing that?
There was some of that going on, including at my house.
Oh yeah.
Not me included, but some of my grandkids and my daughter.
Yeah.
Who was an adult, decided to make her way down the hill a little bit. So I shoved them, gave them a nice little gentle shove a few times.
Thanks a lot.
Which they didn't need, and they told me that after they returned. Oh goodness! So, but pretty much we've been on a delay all weekend. We open at noon and closed at 6 for our limited operations here. So, trying to serve our guests and our homeowners, trying to get the roads cleared. Just a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
But I did get to go home after just one day this time, so that was a nice adventure for me. A lot better than last year, and hopefully we're just getting into the woods, so I can't say we're out of the woods.
Yeah.
This is an early, pretty significant snow for us. So,
and it's not going to be warming up too much until the latter part of the week. So this is going to be with us through today and tomorrow at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just be careful up there.
Oh, we will.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll do our best.
All right. See you, Steve.
See you, Jim.
26 after 7 o'clock here this morning, and we're being kind to Mandy Whitaker of Forest City. She works at Grace Hospital and celebrating a birthday today. UNC had a good day yesterday over NC State, 107-56. Is that what you call an embarrassment? UNC 107, NC State 56.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance, helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
27 past 7. Bob Hodge is up next from the Hudlow Volunteer Fire District. Bob, good morning.
Well, good morning.
You survived all that sledding down the hill, I gather.
Oh, yeah. I survived it all.
Good.
A little chilly around the edges this morning.
Yeah.
And I just sat in the house by the fire and watched it out the window.
That's a great place to be.
Yeah, I didn't get out sliding and running. I'm getting a little old for that. But I get a lot of kids have been having fun in it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch the snow fall and fun to look out the window and see all the birds. And my dog went crazy over that snow. But dogs love snow for some reason. I don't know why.
You don't know why, huh?
No, they just love to play in snow.
Yeah, they dogs like to sit and root in it or something.
Yeah, they
there.
do,
I've seen them playing in it, stretching and all that. But yeah, I've been watching the birds out. I've got pretty red birds around the bird feeders there that comes out in the snow there. And but Jim, up here with the fire department, we answered several calls for trees down over the weekend, and a couple of smoke reports and some medical calls, and that's about it with the fire department. I want to say happy birthday to Tina Kelly and Barbara Haynes this morning. Jim, that's about it up here. It's still chilly and no school today, and so kids can get out and play in the snow again.
You know, I saw on Facebook, I saw a lot of pictures of people sledding, but I have not yet seen the first snowman. Did anybody do a snowman?
I hadn't saw one around here, I guess. I don't know, unless it's too cold or just busy sledding there. But
sledding, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Jane said this morning, said she didn't even get out and try to make a snowman there.
Yeah.
But it's been too cold, that's about it.
Yeah, it was really ripping through you cold weather kind of thing yesterday.
That's right there, sure was.
Bob, you stay warm up there and be careful, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Well, you too.
Thanks, Bob.
Bye-bye.
Bob Hodge there reporting out of Hudlow, 29 past 7 o'clock. Well, Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supplies, as long as supplies last, they've got ice melt and snow shovels over there. So if you need some ice melt, go get yours there at Farmer's Friend. They also have snow sleds, $12.99. They've got the long ones. I believe I think they've got the round ones as well. So until supplies last, long as supplies last, you get that over there. If you need some bales of hay for your cattle, they've got round bales, horse quality in stock for you at Farmer's Friend Feed, Seeding Supplies. Use them as your source because a large selection of good used farm equipment is available. Come in and shop the low price leader on all your farm needs, and you'll be sold on Farmer's Friend Feed, Seed, and Supply. They're at 188 Whiteside Road, Rutherfordton. Phone number is 287-3272.
Here's what our customers think about McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC.
I love my McCurry Deck Buick.
I love my McCurry Deck Chevrolet.
We love our McCurry Deck GMC. We guarantee you'll love McCurry Deck Chevrolet Buick GMC for city.
I am definitely a McCurry Deck customer for life.
I love the price and the McCurry Deck Customer for Life Rewards program. It gives you up to $3,000 or more in rewards.
Take the easy drive to savings. McCurry Deck for city. Discover the rewards of being a customer for life.
Now we're going over to Cherry Mountain Fire District. That's where Sue Price is this morning. Nice and toasty over there, I'll bet, huh, Sue?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
As long as I stay in the house and the heat stays on, I'll be all right. I got 14 degrees outside, though. It's cold. But I hope everybody's got a way to stay warm. It's really cold out there. But it's still beautiful. Hadn't a lot of it got grown yet.
No, the wind blew some off the trees, which
the trees are
bare
now.
Beautiful when they covered with that, but a lot of that fell yesterday. But the grass is still, the ground's still covered.
Oh yeah. Well, it's been a pretty good snow. He'll be with us for a little while. And let's see, I have absolutely no birthdays or anniversaries on my calendar for today. Everything's blank. So the fire department had one accident report, so everybody try to be more careful out there. You can't drive at your regular speed when it's weather like this. You don't know when you're going to hit a slick spot, so be careful.
That's true.
And stay home if you don't absolutely have to get out. That's the best advice I can give, I guess. But anyway, everything's real quiet over here, Jim. I don't have any announcements or anything going on, so just looking for a good day, and I hope you'll have one.
Thanks, sir. Hope you do too, and be careful out there. If you step out on the porch, look out.
All right.
I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 32 past 7 o'clock, and that's where you find some quick ice, sometimes stepping out on the patio, out on the back deck, or down the steps. Sometimes you get too confident, and zoop, there you go. And some of these side roads are still got covered with black ice. We don't keep that caution near that because it's easy to get overconfident when we're out and about like that. There is a winter weather advisory in effect until noon today for the mountains and the foothills of North Carolina, most of the Piedmont, the mountains of northeast Georgia, and northern portion of the South Carolina upstate. Snow and ice covered roads and patches of black ice will be the problem that we have to deal with. Snow and ice covered roads along with patches of black ice will create some dangerous, treacherous driving. So that's why the transit's not running today. That's why the buses aren't running today. And why there's a delay on many of the offices in the area because you can just see better in the daytime and hopefully the warmer temperature. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office administrative offices will open at 10 o'clock today. The courthouse will open at 11. District Criminal Court will begin at 11. Superior Court will begin at 2. And if you are a grand juror, they're asking you to be there at 1:45 today. Rutherford County Schools closed as an optional teacher work day for them. Thomas Jefferson Classic Academy closed. Isothermal Community College will open at 10 o'clock today. The Senior Center and all the satellite mill sites will be closed today. There will be no mail deliveries to the home. A prepackaged mail was delivered on Friday. We talked about that on Friday. It delivered that there with anticipation of this snow, so they should be good for that. And let's see what else. The transit I mentioned not operating today. Convenience centers, landfill operating on a delayed basis. They'll open at 10 o'clock today. So that's pretty much where we are. The roads main roads are basically clear. It's the side roads that are the monsters. It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide daycare services for an aging parent or loved one. Rutherford Life Care can be just what you're looking for. Rutherford Life Care offers adults a safe and fun place during the day for medical monitoring, nutritional meals, and daily activities. Rutherford Life is licensed by the state of North Carolina Division of Aging. Call them today and let them answer questions you may have. That's 288-1697, 288-1697. Rutherford Life offers a staff of professionals who show the love and compassion that you entrust your loved ones to. That's Rutherford Life Care Services, located on Thunder Road, Spindale. Again, that phone number is 288-1697. Now at 7:35, let's head toward the Union Mills and get the Kelly report from Miss Brenda. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this magnificent Monday?
And what a beautiful one it is, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Pretty cold and pretty apt to stay that way.
Yeah. Yeah, for a few days anyway, huh?
Yeah, did your grandson get in?
Yeah, he got in Friday evening. He was supposed to left out yesterday morning, but he couldn't get off of the hill here, but his mama come and got him. He had to walk down to the bottom of the hill. She wouldn't come up the hill. She has a four-wheel drive, but so he'll be leaving out sometime today. So.
Well, I'm glad he at least was home for a while.
Oh yeah. He got the wood stock back up, so that was good. He keeps the back porch full of wood for me. So I appreciate that young man. It's been very cold this weekend. I've got 12 degrees on the front porch this morning. Birthdays today, we've got Renee Burlington, Kay Davis, and Ken Ashley. I don't have anything on Round Hill or Macedonia. So we hope these people have a great old big day on their special day. I don't have any announcements or anything, but I did notice that the sunrise was red this morning.
Oh.
Yeah, so look out. We may get some more bad weather.
Look out. Yeah.
They say if it stays for 3 days, there's another one on its way.
Well, let's see. That's just, what are we into the second day now?
Well, it started Friday, Saturday.
Yes,
Saturday would have been 2 days. One. Sunday. Today will be the third day, won't it?
Sure will. And it won't be gone tomorrow either.
No. It's here for a while, ain't it?
It is. Did you eat any snow cream?
No, I didn't make any. Little David didn't mention it, and I thought, well, it was too cold to go out there to worry with it. So I didn't make any.
Yeah.
Boy, if Donald had been alive, I'd have had to make it. Somebody was talking about they got him a little pot and made him a little bit. When I made it, when it snowed, when Donald was alive, I made it by the dishpan full. I lie you not. And that man would eat it and eat it and eat it.
Yeah.
He loved it.
I love too. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
we made some, and then we eat what's left. We freeze it till later.
That's right. That's what I'd do, and Donald would just eat on it. He loved it, but he loved ice cream too. So he was a sweet eater anyway. So, but I didn't make none this time. So
Yeah.
I didn't make no snowman neither. I didn't get out in it.
Well, you're probably smart.
I'll let little man do all that.
I'm sure there must be snowmen somewhere, but of all the Facebook pictures I saw the weekend was people sledding and playing in snow. I did not see a snowman.
Well, surely somebody made one somewhere.
Surely they did.
Yeah, if not, maybe they'll get out there today and make one.
It's still pretty good snow. My doors of my car were frozen this morning when I went out to get in. I had to juggle.
How many inches did we get?
It varies from place to place. We had about 6.5 at my house.
Well, we had 6.5 here when I done the report Saturday morning, but I measured it like at 6 or 6:30 in the morning, and it snowed for another 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours after that.
You may have got about 7 or 8.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it all depends on what part of the county you were in. I read different depths, so I'm not really sure what the official depth is.
Yeah, I know 4.5 miles through the woods behind me over in Bracketttown, they had 8 inches.
Mm-hmm.
So I figure I had somewhere between 7 or 8 is what I figure. So pretty good snow.
I text my brother and his wife they live down around the Chesney area. I said, are y'all enjoying snow cream? And she said, oh, my goodness, no. I said, you don't ever eat the snow when it first snows, all that stuff in the air. I said, look, after it snows about 45 minutes or an hour, all that stuff's gone. The top layer's good stuff. and if it doesn't snow again for 3 or 4 or 5 more weeks, pollution's going to be there again. So
that's right. Well, I heard them talking on the news on Channel 13, I believe it was Friday, that you shouldn't eat any of it. It's all got stuff in it. But then, we breathe that air, so what difference does it make?
Oh, yeah. Well, you don't want to get too deep near the ground or road or anything like that.
Yeah, that's it. I always get it off the top
surface,
of the car or something. Yeah.
It sure was mighty good.
I'm telling you, I bet it was.
Yeah. Listen, I hope you have a safe day up there and continue to be safe.
You have a good one, and we'll catch you later.
Stay off the porch.
I will.
I'll see you next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye. That's the Kelly Report from Union Mills, 40 minutes past 7.
Are you taking care of a family member and have to keep up with all of their medications? Spindale Drug offers a program that can help make your life easier. Through their Pills on Wheels program, Spindale Drug will fill your prescriptions automatically and deliver them to your or your loved one's home monthly for free. That's right, free, once a month. Imagine never having to worry about forgetting your prescriptions again, and you still get the same great service that you always have. Don't currently get your prescriptions filled at Spindale Drug? That's okay too. Get $5 off your transfer prescriptions for the first time.
More than 1 million Americans have heart attacks each year, and if you or a loved one experiences symptoms of a heart attack, every second matters. That's why the emergency department at Rutherford Regional Health System is a chest pain accredited facility. What does that mean to you? Well, it means quality care right here at home that could save precious seconds when treating the symptoms of a heart attack. To learn more about Rutherford Regional and its commitment to safe quality care, visit myrutherfordregional.com.
One of the best places to eat in Rutherford County I've found by far is Gregory's Original, located in the Park Lane Plaza in Rutherfordton. Enjoy fresh and delicious subs. You can enjoy grinders. Those grinders are outstanding. I love the bread of those grinders. Burgers, pastas, garden fresh salads, or steaks prepared to perfection. Great onion rings. I have a dose of onion rings about once a week anyway, sometimes more. Call on Gregory's if you have a catering event coming up too. From simple to elaborate, Gregory's can prepare just what your party needs. Make a smart choice. Choose Gregory's for dinner or lunch today at the Park Lane Plaza, Rutherfordton. You can call them at 287-2171. And this morning after 8 o'clock, we're starting our Guess What That TV Theme show is. We're going to start that. We're going to play some themes from some of the TV shows of the past. Some of them are in reruns now, but the first one to call in with naming the TV show from the theme music that you hear, going to win a free meal from Gregory's today. That's the first one we're out of the chute today. We'll do it once a day until we run out of themes. And we got a lot of great restaurants in the area that's lined up to help to give you a free meal if you're the quick on the draw. So this morning, a little after 8, may do it a little after 8:30. I'm not sure what time we'll do it yet. Sometime during the 8 o'clock hour. We'll play a TV theme. And you guess which one it is. And if you're the first to call with the correct answer, you get a free meal from Gregory's. Just that simple. Now we're going over to Ellenboro and talk with Luther Gilligan in just a moment. You know, you don't have to settle for second or third best when you need a plumber. When Umstead Plumbing is just a phone call away. Since 1973, the Umstead family has been serving homeowners and builders with the best of service. Eric and Chad are continuing the family business, and I know you'll be satisfied with their prompt service. From unclogging a drain to replacing fixtures and appliances to remodeling jobs, their top quality work, fair prices, and punctual service has made them the area's leading plumbing firm. Why don't you give them a call? Locally owned and operated at 245-7302. Experience plus equipment equals excellence. Umstead Plumbing, 245-7302. Now that's getting the job done. Now at 7:43, we're at Ellenboro with Luther Gilligan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Cold out here.
Cold. Did you slide down any hill over the weekend? Because
tried my best not to slide down at all. I walked very carefully. But hey, it did look good coming down about 1 o'clock Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It's falling, but it doesn't look good anymore.
I wasn't up that early, but I did see some of it Friday afternoon, evening.
Anyway, started still here about 9:30 to Friday night. Then it quit for a while, and then had light snow. And then about 1 o'clock Saturday, there was nice big flakes of falling. Well, it's still there, big flakes, but I've about seen enough of it. But it was a dry snow. Got rid of it pretty quick. State pushed it right off the road. The brine they put on the road, that helped to keep it from sticking to the road. And they got the road cleared up pretty good.
Good.
They did a good job that Saturday. But it's quiet this morning, nothing going well. The park department, they out on medical call now. You see, they had one accident and 4 medical calls over the weekend. Had 2 Saturday and 2 Sunday. The accident hit Saturday. And they had that on that one this morning. But nothing else going on. Let's see, we have one birthday today. That's old Gary McFarland. He's celebrating a birthday today, so we hope he has a great day and enjoys his day. And Jim, there's nothing else going on down here. You try to stay warm up there and have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, you have a great day, too, and I'll see you next time.
Take care now.
Bye-bye. That's Luther Sweet Thing Gilligan. They're in Ellenboro with that report. It's 7:45. One of the places we like to encourage you to take advantage of if you need the service. Now, everybody will not need the service, so those who do, it's time now to maybe think about doing that with a brand new year. And that's a visit to Miracle Ear. Everybody does not need their services, but boy, those that do will be pleased they went to see Lisa Terry, the hearing specialist at Miracle Ear. You may not need an instrument. If you don't, you'll never be forced to buy one when you go to Miracle Ear. Call Lisa and let her do a free hearing test and see what's best for you. If you do feel like you need a hearing instrument, they make them so small anymore you hardly know they're even there. But boy, can you hear what's going on. What a great difference life would be. Check with Miracle Ear this week. Call Lisa at 447-7716. She can make an appointment for you real soon. That's 447-7716. The free hearing test doesn't cost you anything at all. No obligation, no pain there, just a very quick instrument to test that hearing, and you'll be on your way. Miracle Ear. Find out more about the miracle in Miracle Ear. Well, it's time for birthdays and anniversaries to be called in for January the 9th. January the 9th birthdays and anniversaries at 287-3356, and we'll put all those names together and have a drawing and give away one of Granny B's cakes. And that'll be happening here in just a few minutes.
If you've always wanted a truck, go to Sisk Family Ford and get the hottest selling truck on the market today. Sisk Family Ford is one of the best new and used car dealers between Asheville, Spartanburg, and Charlotte. They carry new Ford cars, new Ford trucks, SUVs. In addition to their vast inventory, Sisk Family Ford is a one-stop dealer for Ford service, Ford parts, Ford accessories, including Ford maintenance plans and warranties. Compare the rates and service and see for yourself. Sisk Family Ford, their goal is simple. They want to be the best Ford dealer in North Carolina. Come see them today. You'll be glad you did. Sisk Family Ford, 565 Oak Street, Forest City.
Well, here's good news and bad news. Bad news is that Granny B's going to be closed all this week. Good news is they're moving and expanding their business, and they'll be opening come the 16th, I guess. So they'll be closed all this week. They're moving to 322 West Main Street in Spindale. Different building, and you'll find that you'll appreciate that building for them very much. So Granny B's closed all this week, moving to 322 West Main Street in Spindale. So look for it to be open about the 16th of January in the new location. Happy birthday! Well, we want to say happy birthday to Mandy Whitaker of Forest City. She works up at Grace Hospital, and she's our Be Kind To person today. Also celebrating on the night is Renee Bullington, Kay Davis, and Ken Ashley celebrating today. And Taylor Flack is 13 up in Union Mills. So we want to wish all these folks a happy, happy birthday. I'll be back with the drawing, see who's going to win one of Granny B's cakes in just a minute. Now, if they're closed this week, we're going to give you extra time to pick that up. We'll give you an extra 2 weeks till they get back open again, and give you that opportunity.
In the movie Dreamer, based on a true story, a young girl's father buys Sognador, a champion thoroughbred racehorse with a broken leg. Amazingly, the horse heals enough to be able to run again, but never, the father thinks, to the horse's previous status. However, the little girl has a different dream, maybe born more out of ignorance than by intelligence, but nevertheless, she dreams. With her parents, grandfather, and a couple close friends all seated around the kitchen table, she announces the race in which she intends to enter her racehorse, the prestigious Breeders' Cup. When questioned, why the Breeders' Cup? Why the biggest race of the year? Why the race of champions? The young girl responds, why not Soñador? Why not us? The gift promised by Jesus in Acts 1 was to be accompanied by dreams and visions of what could be when born along with God's help and assistance. The impossible could be made possible. The unimaginable could actually happen. Does your heart ever fill up with a great big dream which causes your mind and heart to pulsate with excitement? If so, keep dreaming. Keep asking. Why not us? This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living. Why not visit our website at www.todayskey.net.
And a big congratulations to Taylor Flack of Union Mills. Taylor's 13 today, teenager now, and she just won the cake from Granny B's. Now, Taylor will give you a little extra time on that cake because they're going to be closed this week. They're moving over to 322 West Main Street in Spindale, but we'll give you all that information when you come by to pick up your certificate. Now, hang around for the third hour. We got lots back in. We started our contest this morning. Remember the theme music from the TV shows in the past. Some of them haven't been on in years. Some of them are in reruns. Some of them you may never have seen. Some of them you are big fans of. It'll be a mixture of different themes from television shows in the past. And we'll start that game this morning a little after 8 o'clock, during the 8 o'clock hour, and give away a free meal each of those days from some of our fine restaurants in our area. And today's restaurant is Gregory's. We'll have that coming up here in just a few minutes. I bet you're going to remember some of these themes. Some of them you may say, I know that. Give me a minute. And some of them you'll be able to get right away because some of them will start right off with the name of the show. But then those you just have to be the first to call in. 287-3356. We'll have fun with that this month right here on WCAB's Morning Wake Up Call. My name's Bishop. Jim Bishop.
WCAB News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. Governor Roy Cooper says a car skidded off an icy interstate in North Carolina, killing one person. The death Sunday morning in Montgomery County, south of Asheboro, is the first reported death from this weekend's winter storm in the state. Most schools in the state are closed or delayed. Meanwhile, Tamara Gibbs of the Durham County Sheriff's Office tells us
our deputies have been working so hard this weekend, not only responding to weather-related traffic incidents, but also capturing images so that folks can really get a look at what they're up against if they, choose to travel.
Governor Cooper says many schools did not want to take a chance with their students on icy roads today.
We can anticipate that a lot of our schools throughout North Carolina will be closed because in the morning road conditions will continue to be hazardous.
The snow is gone. Now the concern is cold. State DOT crews are out on the roads trying to clear highways and interstates of the snow and ice that fell on the Tar Heel State on Friday night and Saturday morning. DOT spokesman Steve Adams.
Basically, there's nothing we can do in those situations except for go out and specially treat and really work on troublesome patches and bridges and overpasses, which is why we pull the full crew out overnight and then we bring them back in the morning.
Acting Secretary of Transportation Mike Holder says there are still icy trouble spots for drivers across the state, but for the most part, the main roads are fairly clear.
Progress is being made on the interstate and primary systems. Those are just about all clear with just some icy spots.
But the complete danger is far from over on the roads. Mike Baker with the State Highway Patrol says be careful, especially on secondary roads.
We're just asking people to continue to understand that this is a situation where roadway travel could be very treacherous.
You're listening to NCN News.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things. It means showing respect for the opposing team and being a good host to our visitors. It's about modeling good behavior, not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment. Sportsmanship. It's about winning with humility and losing with dignity. It's about making high school athletics a good memory students can enjoy for years to come. Mom, Dad, Coach, Mr. Official. Are we in this together? Sportsmanship. Together, we make the right call.
A message from the North Carolina High School Athletics Association and North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance.
Discover Rio's best-kept secret, the wine cellar. This Vegas hidden gem showcases over 10,000 wine bottles from around the world. Chippendales is the ultimate Las Vegas girls' night out, nightly at the Rio, 8:30 and 10:30. Dine, dance, and drink 51 stories above Sin City at Voodoo Rooftop Nightclub. Flair bartenders keep the party going. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Know when to stop before you start. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Atlantic Coast Conference Commissioner John Swofford says the conference is likely to move its football championship game out of Charlotte again if a state law that limits anti-discrimination protection for LGBT people is not repealed or adjusted. Many of President-elect Donald Trump's cabinet picks will start hearings this week for confirmation. CBS News correspondent Nancy Cordes.
You've heard of debate prep. Well, confirmation prep is a lot like that. These nominees have spent hours in mock hearings trying to anticipate every possible question, crafting their answers, boning up on policy because many of them are more familiar with the boardroom than the hearing room.
Accused Fort Lauderdale airport shooter Esteban Santiago appears in court today to face federal charges.
I'm Steve Dorsey outside U.S. District Court in Fort Lauderdale. This is where Esteban Santiago is due to make his first court appearance before a federal magistrate later this morning. According to charging documents, Santiago confessed to planning the attack. He's been charged with committing a violent airport act and several weapons crimes. He could face the death penalty if convicted.
La La Land is a runaway winner at the Golden Globes. The film took home statues in all 7 of the categories it was nominated. That is a new Golden Globes record for most wins by a single movie. CBS News correspondent Steve Futterman says at times the ceremony took a back seat to politics.
Meryl Streep didn't mention Donald Trump by name.
There was one performance this year that stunned me.
She didn't have to.
When the person asking to sit in the most respected seat in our country imitated a disabled reporter.
And Streep alluded to proposed changes in immigration policy.
Hollywood is crawling with foreigners, and if we kick them all out, you'll have nothing to watch but football and mixed martial arts.
Mr. Trump reacted.
Get your message to the thousands. Call the WCAB sales department today at 287-3356.
From ABC News, I'm Aaron Katursky at federal court in Fort Lauderdale, where the 26-year-old Iraq War veteran charged at the airport shooting here makes his first appearance after a weekend in jail.
He's under a suicide watch at our jail.
Broward County Sheriff Scott Israel told ABC News investigators still have no understanding why Esteban Santiago targeted Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International.
I don't know of any connection he has with South Florida.
Israel said Santiago told investigators he was hearing voices about ISIS and thought the CIA put a chip in his head. This morning, 4 gunshot victims remain at Broward Health Medical Center, where Kelly Keys Torres is a trauma nurse.
Unfortunately, we know some perished at the airport.
but we saved a lot of lives.
The victims were given no warning. Surveillance images showed the gunman in a fluid motion reach for his weapon and open fire. Court records said he shot the first people he encountered. From the courthouse in Fort Lauderdale, I'm Aaron Katursky. Now with more news, here's Sherry Preston.
Funerals have begun in Israel for the 4 Israelis killed in the Palestinian truck attack. ABC's Terry Moran has the latest from the foreign desk.
The attacker, identified as a 28-year-old Palestinian from East Jerusalem. Chaos afterwards, people running to help, emergency crews on the scene treating the wounded. Many witnesses were in shock too. 4 young soldiers killed, one a dual U.S.-Israeli citizen, and 3 of the dead were women, 17 injured.
A busy week in Washington as lawmakers prepare to grill more than half a dozen of President-elect Trump's cabinet nominees. The musical La La Land won the most Golden Globes last night in Hollywood, but most of the attention went to Meryl Streep, who called out the president-elect from the stage. He has been tweeting this morning, calling her an overrated actress and a Hillary flunky. More rain expected in Northern California and parts of Nevada. It's part of a storm system that threatens to be the biggest in over a decade. The Chevy Bolt has been named the top car in North America at the Detroit Auto Show. Honda Ridgeline named top truck. You're listening to ABC News.
Here's a special message for those of you who owe the IRS at least $10,000 or more in back taxes. The IRS has special programs in place that could eliminate or reduce your tax debt by thousands of dollars. With a call to National Tax Helpline, you can stop the wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. Once you've qualified and enrolled, the IRS will stop all the collection activities against you. These unique programs have been allocated to help the economy and significantly reduce or eliminate your tax burden. The IRS is currently accepting reduced settlements and other favorable programs. You may qualify for substantial savings, so get the help you need. If you owe the IRS $10,000 or more, call now for free information and to see if you qualify. Take down the number now for the Tax Helpline, 800-805-1055. That's 800-805-1055 for free information. 800-805-1055. That's 800-805-1055.
The British pound falling to its lowest level since October after Prime Minister Theresa May suggested the country is headed soon for a full break from the European Union. An experimental Alzheimer's drug might mean fewer trips to the dentist.
Right now, when a tooth is damaged or decayed, the dentist either drills and fills the tooth or puts a crown on it to protect what remains from injury or infection. But researchers in the UK drilled teeth in mice and gave them an experimental drug for Alzheimer's disease. 4 to 6 weeks later, the tooth layer regrew. It seems the drug caused a built-in cellular response to stimulate tooth repair. Since the experiments were done on mice, no guarantee the results would be the same in humans. Dave Schreiber, ABC News.
Insult added to injury after the NHL's Dallas Stars lost to the St. Louis Blues over the weekend.
Lindell along the wing.
The Dallas Stars were still smarting from their 4-3 defeat on the ice when they boarded their charter plane on Sunday. But 5 minutes into the flight, the pilots noticed smoke in the cockpit and turned the Boeing 737 around. St. Louis fire officials said it was apparently an electrical issue, that there were no flames. The Stars ended up taking a different aircraft to Los Angeles for the next game.
ABC's Jim Ryan in Dallas. The holidays are over, but demand for LL Bean's most famous boot goes on. The company has a backlog of 51,000 orders to fill. They're leasing more space up in Maine to pump them out faster. This is ABC News.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
High pressure right over the area today. It'll leave us with a mixture of sunshine and some periods of fair weather cloudiness. It'll be warming up some compared to yesterday, but still cold. Highs will range anywhere from upper 20s in the north to mid-30s in southern parts of the state. Tonight will be fair to partly cloudy. We'll have light winds and lows in the mid and upper teens. Then we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies Tuesday. A slight chance of a sprinkle or two toward evening. Highs tomorrow upper 30s north to mid-40s in the south. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
Thanks very much, Mike. We are up to 16. That's where we started out. We're still there. On our way to climb today, 32 for the high. Wind chill value as low as 10. And then tonight, lows around 18. So it's a little bit warmer tonight than it is right now. However, tomorrow, partly cloudy with isolated showers. Highs around 39 with the wind chill value as low as 18. That 39 temperature may keep it from freezing, but Thursday, or rather Tuesday night, lows around 36 with a 30% chance of precip. And it's starting to get warmer by the end of the week. 64 on Friday for the high temperature, and 64 on Friday with isolated showers expected on that day. And right now we're 16 degrees and clear skies. Now we're heading toward talking with Terry Thomas. We always like checking with him on Mondays to find out where the jobs are. We've missed him a couple of weeks due to the holidays, but he's back today in action. Terry, good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Just fine.
Did you get out and sled in on this snow, Terry?
I stayed inside.
You're a smart man. What's on the list today?
Okay, in the Polk County area, we have a knitting operator position. This job pays $10 an hour. You must have at least 1 year experience and a high school diploma and or GED, and you must have a clean criminal background. And we also have a part-time transit driver for the Polk County area. This job does require a Class B driver's license with passenger endorsement. The pay on this job is from $9.37 an hour up to $16 an hour, depending upon experience, and you must have a high school diploma. In the Golden Valley area, we have a textile associate position. This job pays up to $10 an hour, depending upon experience. In the Saluda area, we have a utility maintenance worker. This job does require a high school diploma and or GED, and the pay on this job is $12.79 an hour. In the Rutherford area, we have a business services specialist position. This job does require a bachelor's degree and at least 2 years experience. The pay on this job depends upon experience. We also have a over-the-road truck driver position. This job does require a Class A license with hazardous waste and tanker endorsement. You must have 2 years of driving experience, and the pay on this job is 45 cents a mile for a single and 50 cents a mile if you drive as a team. In the Forest City area, we also have a 18-wheeler tractor-trailer driver position. This job does require a Class A CDL license. Most of the hauls are within a 100-mile radius of Rutherford. The pay on this job is from $10 to $15 an hour, and you must have at least 3 years of driving experience. We also have a part-time housekeeping, custodian, and laundry position for a nursing home. This job pays from $7.25 an hour up to $8 an hour, depending upon experience. We also have an assembly associate in the Forest City area, and this job pays from $8.74 an hour up to $11.19 an hour, depending upon experience. And we do have quite a few certified nursing assistance positions throughout Rutherford County and surrounding counties, and we have quite a few RN and LPN positions throughout the county. And the pay on those jobs depends upon experience and location. And these are just a few of the jobs that we have available at the Rutherford County NC Works Career Center. We are located at 223 Charlotte Road, Rutherford. For more information on these or other positions, you can call us at 286-3042, or you can go to our website at www.ncworks.gov.
Thanks, Terry Thomas. We appreciate it very much. You have a great Monday, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.
Thanks. Terry Thomas reporting in on Monday mornings with the job opportunities for us here in the county. It's always good to find out where they are. Just go get them now. 10 minutes after 8 o'clock here on the morning wake-up call. Coming up this hour, your chance to win a free meal from Gregory's as we play TV theme trivia right here on WCAB. Congratulations to Taylor Flack of Union Mills. Taylor's 13 and won the cake from Granny B's And we're being kind to Mandy Whitaker of Forest City. Mandy works at Grace Hospital, and we want to wish Mandy a happy birthday. Now, see, on the wall we have tomorrow and Wednesday open for the Be Kind to. If you have somebody celebrating a birthday on the 10th or the 11th, we have those dates open. And also on the 13th and 14th we have open. Only one date this week's full, including today, counting today. We have tomorrow and Wednesday and Friday and Saturday open for the Be Kind to. So if you want to fill those, grab them real quick. Call Todd now at 287-3356. Birthdays and anniversaries for this Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Now we've got news from here and there this morning. We'll update you on the weather conditions and update you on some of the closings and delays. And also, we'll have the sheriff's report in just a few moments. The All-Age Law Firm and attorneys Gerald N. Willis, Kent Baldwin, and Martin Gerard offer years of experience and expertise to provide a wide range of legal services, from real estate closings, Medicaid planning, asset protection, and probate, to litigation of any description. Call 287-3338 for a consultation, or visit them at 120 East Court Street in Rutherfordton. Gerald, Kent, Martin, and their staff stand ready to go to work for you. Although it looks beautiful out there, there is still a winter weather advisory in effect this morning until noon. The mountains and foothills of North Carolina, most of the Piedmont of North Carolina, the mountains of the northeast Georgia, northern portion of South Carolina, upstate as well. Snow and ice covered roads and patches of black ice through midday today. Snow and ice covered roads along with patches of black ice will create dangerous driving conditions in some sections. Temperatures will be low in the single digits to mid-teens, high in the low to mid-30s this afternoon, warming up above freezing this afternoon, so it'll start melting a little bit, then dropping back tonight to freezing again this evening. Lows around 18 tonight. So what thaws out today will freeze over again this evening, so we'll never have another treacherous Tuesday morning to wake up to. The winter weather advisory is in effect until noon today. Winter weather advisory for black ice means that refreezing of roads will occur, resulting in the development of widespread black ice. So just be prepared for very slippery roadways. Some roads that appear clear may be covered by a thin layer of ice. So we'll keep you posted on that as well. So stay tuned right here. Meanwhile, we've mentioned this. Let me give you an update on some of these. The Sheriff's Office administrative offices will be opening at 10 o'clock this morning. The Rutherford County Courthouse will open at 11 o'clock. District Criminal Court will begin at 11. Superior Court will begin at 2. And if you're a grand juror, they expect you to be there at 1:45 today. Rutherford County Schools and Thomas Jefferson Academy closed. Rutherford County Schools is an optional teacher work day. Trinity School is closed today as well. Isothermal Community College opening at 10 o'clock this morning. The Senior Center in Rutherford County and all satellite mill sites will be closed today. There will be no mail deliveries to the homes, although they did send a prepackaged mail on Friday when they delivered the home delivery meals for folks for situations such as this. Rutherford County Transit will be closed for operation today. The convenience centers, landfill will operate on a delay basis. They'll open at 10 o'clock this morning, so please be advised to take care of that. Crews have completed clearing the Interstate 77, I-26, and I-40. They started those before scraping almost all primary roads. Also made significant progress on secondary routes in the mountains. Secondary roads in Division 13, where we're located in Rutherford, McDowell, Polk counties, were 55% clear. And drivers are reminded to slow down and be cautious when driving in winter weather. The crashes is excessive speed, so it's difficult to know where that black ice is as you're traveling, particularly over bridges and overpasses. It gets really, really tough. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Daily Courier is doing a story on the snow, bringing beauty, dangerous temperatures. An estimated 4 to 7 inches of snow covered Rutherford County as the winter's first snowstorm began Friday night, and by Saturday morning, people were hovered indoors. Depending on where you are, how much snow you might be reporting. We had about 6.5 inches at my place. Others reported more than that, some not as much. Since temperatures were predicted to hit a dangerously low 7 degrees Saturday night and into Sunday morning, Many churches canceled their services due to the pending weather. Much of the snow that melted Saturday refroze today, creating hazardous driving conditions. There were no announcements on a lot of things until late yesterday afternoon. They did announce the cancellation of school. Scattered power outages were reported by Rutherford Electric Membership Co-op and Duke Power Energy, caused by the heavy snow and utility lines. Multiple trees were also down in different areas of Rutherford County due to the heavy snow and ice. There were some reports of power outages during that time. Hundreds of utility customers in the Gilkey area lost power shortly after 11 p.m. Friday, but some power was restored by 5 a.m. At 1:30 p.m., power outages were reported in Lake Lure, Green Hill, Forest Hills, Hollis, Thermal City, Henrietta, and Rutherfordton. Weather conditions Saturday kept many businesses closed, and all scheduled classes at Asheville Thermal College were closed for Saturday. North Carolina Department of Transportation employees are working 12-hour shifts around the clock to clear roads, and municipal crews in Rutherfordton, Spindale, and Forest City were out early clearing streets and sidewalks. Street crews were also shoveling sidewalks in town and scraping the streets. Children and adults took advantage of the snow and found themselves outside with sleds, sliding up and down the hillside and having fun. Multiple trees fell on roads due to the heaviness of the snow, including Bethany Church Road near Forest City. Firefighters from the SDO cleared the tree and traffic began to flow. So it was a fun time for most folks, except those folks who had to work. And they, of course, did it with responsibility. We thank them, all the folks who had to work out overnight, the utility folks, the road crews, all those folks, we thank you for doing that. Other news this morning, 20-year-old woman was shot Sunday afternoon in Gaffney and taken to Spartanburg Medical Center for treatment, according to Cherokee County Sheriff Steve Mueller. Mueller said deputies responded at 2:59 p.m. Sunday to Morris Drive, Gaffney, for a reported shooting. A woman was found in the hallway suffering from a gunshot wound. Mueller did not release the woman's name and said investigators were working to determine the circumstances of that shooting. Mueller said investigators were speaking with persons of interest in that case, but no charges had been filed at the reporting of that story. Well, the college football playoff national championship is coming up. You got your team picked out. Obviously, you have. Well, the tickets they're a hot item. The combination of Alabama and Clemson meeting in a rematch of last year's final, plus the proximity of the schools to Tampa, is causing prices to surge for the game tonight. As of Sunday afternoon, ticket prices on StubHub range from $1,599 for a ticket in the upper deck to $17,820 for a sideline seat in the lower bowl in the 70,000-seat stadium. Tuscaloosa, Alabama is 572 miles northwest of Tampa, while Clemson is 572 miles northeast. Both are within driving distance, whereas most fans of the Crimson Tide and Tigers were forced to fly cross-country to Glendale, Arizona when the teams met a year ago. College Football Playoff Executive Director Bill Hancock said that last season the CEP executives were talking in Arizona about how well an Alabama-Clemson matchup would be due for ticket-wise in Tampa. I love the fact that the fans from both schools can drive, and we see that in demand for tickets, he added. We see that in the crowd at Playoff Fan Central. We see it at the concerts. You just see a lot of orange and a lot of crimson. I like that. It's a good thing for the game, he said. So people are lining up, getting their goodies for the game tonight, and traveling, some folks are, anyway. 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, coming up in just a little bit, today's first kickoff of the TV Trivia theme music, your chance to win free meals. All that straight ahead. Meanwhile, a woman whose teenage daughter's dismembered remains were found in the woods last fall has been charged, along with her boyfriend, with killing the girl in a rape-murder fantasy. The couple shared, a prosecutor said Sunday. A mother and her boyfriend dismembered her daughter. The hours and the days leading up to her murder were probably the most horrible and traumatic that any person should ever have had to experience. Sarah Packer and Jacob Sullivan face charges including criminal homicide, rape, kidnapping, and abuse of a corpse over the July death of 14-year-old Grace Packer. On the morning of July 8th, Grace, who had been adopted by Sarah Packer, was taken to the attic of a house the couple rented, where she was beaten and then raped by Sullivan as her mother watched. She was then poisoned, bound, and gagged and left for dead. When the couple returned hours later, they discovered Grace was still alive, so Sullivan choked her to death. Sullivan told police it took much longer than he expected to strangle her. Investigators say the couple packed Grace's body with cat litter and to mask decomposition smell and stored it in the attic. Officials allege they dismembered the body in October after being scared by a police visit. They decided to dismember the body. The girl's torso was found by 2 hunters in a Lucerne County park on October 31st, and canine teams found the legs and arms nearby. Sullivan was arraigned early Sunday, and Sarah Packer was arraigned later. They didn't enter pleas, were denied bail, and were expected to be transferred to Bucks County Prison. Sullivan apologized as he was led into court, according to newspaper reports. He said, "I'm sorry for what I did. It was wrong." I'll say, Packer had previously been charged with child endangerment and obstruction. Police say she provided misleading information to investigators when reporting that Grace was missing. Authorities say that after numerous successful attempts to contact Packer through August, on September the 7th, investigators learned Grace and her younger brother had been withdrawn from Abington School District. The investigation later revealed Packer had moved to Quakertown without telling police, and her 12-year-old adopted son, Grace's biological brother, had been enrolled in Quakertown School District. So they got him and going to put him away forever, we hope. 22 past 8 o'clock, the sheriff's report coming up here in just a moment.
Another question for the Tax Fact Street Team. Hey, IRS, is the fire we had in our kitchen a deductible loss?
I'll tell you after this.
New tax laws cause many taxpayers to lose hundreds or even thousands of dollars in refunds because they or their preparer did not know the changes, and the IRS likes it that way. But there is help available. At Central Tax Service, they will get you the biggest and fastest refund allowed by the IRS, guaranteed. Do yourself and not the government a favor. Go see Roger Jolly at Central Tax Service at 542 Oak Street in Forest City, or call them at 245-0557. With a bigger and faster refund, you will be glad you did.
Losses in property value from unexpected events like hurricanes, fires, and floods are deductible. Even losses due to theft can qualify. Victims in federal disaster areas might even get a faster refund.
Questions? Go to irs.gov.
This is Pam with the Home Medical Department at Smith's Drugs of Forest City. We carry several products for CPAP therapy that includes wipes, distilled gallons of water, a CPAP hose cleaning tool, a CPAP pillow, and of course the regular supplies of masks, filters, and other maintenance products. Come in or call us for any of your CPAP needs. Thank you and have a Happy New Year from all of us at Smith's Drugs of Forest City, 139 East Main Street, 245-4591.
Corporal Atkins of the Sheriff's Department gave us a report this morning. We recorded it for broadcast at this time. Corporal?
Past 24 hours, answered 201 calls, had 4 arrests, currently have 160 in the county jail. Ashley Nicole White was served with a criminal summons. Justin Robert Buckner was served with a criminal summons, show cause. Travis Brian Wood was served with a criminal summons for failure to comply and a show cause. Jessica Parker was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor, currently under a $500 secure bond. Wayne Hunt was arrested for attempted uttering and obtaining property by false pretense, currently under a $10,000 secure bond. Courtney Aldrich was arrested for misdemeanor larceny, and looks like there was no bond listed there. Andrew Crossland was arrested for obtaining property with false pretense, felony larceny. His currently under a $10,000 secured bond. Jamal Green was arrested for assault on a female, currently under a $500 secured bond. Gustavo Munez was arrested for failure to appear on a misdemeanor. He's currently under a $3,000 secured bond. On incident reports, we have Michael Harris reported a break and entering and larceny after breaking and entering. Franklin Woodrow reported a felony larceny. James Murray reported a break and entering, larceny after breaking and entering, and an injury to real property. And then it looks like a Michael Hugh Harris reported a break and entering and a felony larceny after breaking and entering. And that's all I've got for you this morning, Jim.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death for men and women in the United States, responsible for 1 in 4 deaths, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. But it doesn't have to be. Through education and early treatment, heart disease can be successfully treated and in many cases even prevented. Protect yourself and your loved ones by knowing the warning signs and symptoms people may experience before a heart attack. Chest pain or discomfort, upper body pain or discomfort in the arms, back, neck, jaw, or upper stomach, shortness of breath, nausea, lightheadedness, or cold sweats. To better serve you, Rutherford Regional Medical Center has passed a rigorous examination to become an accredited chest pain center. This means the medical center has committed to a higher standard of care for emergency cardiac services, continued quality improvement in heart care, and providing the community education and resources to help keep hearts healthy. To learn more about Rutherford Regional and its commitment to quality care, visit myrutherfordregional.com.
Get Beauty Rest Silver.
At Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue, people ask us, what's the secret to your supremely good Southern fried chicken? It's no secret, it's Juicy Bird. What a great word, Juicy Bird. You know, sometimes I say it and it sounds absurd, Juicy Bird. Now, here it is, slurred, Juicy Bird. Say it without smiling, try it, and then taste it. And your mouth is going to smile too, Juicy Bird. Juicy Bird.
Break away from the everyday to Smithfield's Chicken and Barbecue.
Clemson looks to top Alabama in the national title game. Comes a year after the Crimson Tide beat them in last year's championship.
The Clemson Tigers will match their 13-1 record against the Alabama Crimson Tide's perfect 14-0 on Monday night at Raymond James Stadium for the College Football Playoff Championship. The Tigers have not beaten the Tide since 1905, including last year's 45-40 loss in the championship game. This contest may pivot on the ability of Clemson's offensive line to keep quarterback Deshaun Watson upright against the pressure of Alabama's front seven, led by Jonathan Allen. Tom Akins, Tampa.
ACC Commissioner John Swofford on Sunday said the conference is likely to move the football championship out of Charlotte again if the state law that limits anti-discrimination protections for the LGBT community is not repealed or adjusted. Josh and Zach, NCN Sports.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt, at Insurance Service Associates about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
With today's hurry-up and undependable world, you need an insurance agency that will give you excellent service. Maxwell B. Hamrick Agency delivers the security and service that you're looking for. You'll always be in good hands with Hamrick Insurance. They offer auto, business, homeowners, health, and life. They are an independent agency with 3 locations to conveniently serve you. Main Street in Boiling Springs, Lafayette Street in Shelby, and Huntley Street in Spindale. Call Maxwell B. Hamrick Insurance today at 286-2384.
Look back at last season.
I feel like we stepped up and got better as the chase started, and definitely as an organization, I think we got better as the year went on.
Has reached the top 10.
For me, I felt like a couple big mistakes at both Michigan races were pretty devastating.
It's an exciting night for Chase Elliott because, it's past his bedtime.
Mark Caro and PRN's Garage Pass.
Do you use the expensive blue or yellow pills to charge your sex life? Are you thinking about it? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pills deliver the exact same results for less than $3. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. And right now, radio callers will get 44 blue or yellow pills for $120 with free discreet shipping. You can save more than $700 off pharmacy prices. Charge your sex life now and save a ton of money. Call now and get your 44 pills and save over $700 and qualify for free shipping. Stop overpaying and call right now.
800-605-1682. 800-605-1682. 800-605-1682. That's 800-605-1682.
Taking over the 24 car made famous by Jeff Gordon, you can argue in his first year on the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, Chase Elliott had a chance to win up to 6 races. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to victory lane, but he was the runner-up both times at Michigan and captured the Daytona 500 pole position. Elliott also made the chase on the way to finishing 10th in the points.
For us, I was so proud of the way we ran. To start the chase, we had an opportunity at Chicago, opportunity at Charlotte and Kansas, and that's something that you're frustrated about, that you weren't able to get things done like you'd hoped, but I think that's encouraging and something that I certainly don't forget, and I know our team doesn't forget as to how we ran at the start of the chase and as the chase went on. But I was proud of the way we ran. I feel like we stepped up and got better as the chase started, and definitely as an organization, I think we got better as the year went on. For me, I felt like just a couple big mistakes at both Michigan races were pretty devastating for me, so just things that you can't do and expect to have success, so I need to clean that up.
While he didn't get the checkered flag he coveted, the driver of the Napa Chevrolet did scratch one major item off his bucket list when he garnered the Rookie of the Year award.
Definitely means a lot to us to be able to get that done. Obviously, we wanted to achieve more and make it further into the chase. Definitely proud to be a part of it in the first year and turn the Rookie of the Year. Definitely is special to me and obviously is important, but definitely want to grow from that and try to get better moving forward.
Elliott led 6 of the 10 chase races and at 358 was ranked 10th in laps led for the season. He also had only 2 DNFs to go along with his 2 pole positions.
The bright lights of Vegas. The thrill of NASCAR. The fastest weekend of the season is heading back to the most exciting city in the world when the 2017 Cobalt 400 returns to Las Vegas March 10th through 12th. With NASCAR's top stars in Vegas. Reserve your weekend tickets now. 800-644-4444 or lvms.com. NASCAR in Vegas. The hand that can't lose.
Back in November, Chase Elliott turned 21, and that made him a target for comedian Jay Moore during the Championship Awards program in Las Vegas.
Chase is the youngest driver to make the chase tonight, and it's an exciting night for Chase Elliott because, it's past his bedtime. Luckily, his race car turns into a race car bed.
Mark Garrow and PRN's Garage Pass, brought to you by Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Hello, this is Dwayne Hunt with Insurance Service Associates. Are you on disability? Or maybe you're on Medicare? Or maybe both? Come see me, Dwayne Hunt at Insurance Service Associates, about a Medicare Advantage product brought to you by Humana. Please give me a call, 245-5301 at Insurance Service Associates, 127 East Trade Street, Forest City.
High pressure right over the area today. It'll leave us with a mixture of sunshine and some periods of fair weather cloudiness. It'll be warming up some compared to yesterday, but still cold. Highs will range anywhere from upper 20s in the north to mid 30s in southern parts of the state. Tonight will be fair to partly cloudy. We'll have light winds and lows in the mid and upper teens. Then we'll have partly to mostly cloudy skies Tuesday. A slight chance of a sprinkle or two toward evening. Highs tomorrow upper 30s north to mid 40s in the south. I'm meteorologist Mike Moss in the Weather Center.
We're at 15 degrees right now, working our way up to mostly sunny skies and highs around 32 with the wind chill value as low as 10 miles per hour. Have a little bit of a northeast wind to 5 miles per hour today. Tonight dropping back to 18 from the 32 to mark, so we're not getting much throwing done today, but tomorrow looks like it could be a little bit better. Highs 39 tomorrow, but a wind chill value as low as 18. Wednesday highs around 54. Thursday highs around 61, so we're warming up, thawing out here pretty good. Setting all ready for the next big snow coming. Don't know when that'll be, of course, but we are anticipating. We got to act together now. We know about getting down these brine on the roads and get a road scraped, and hopefully if all the snows that come this year, if we do get any more, if they'll all be as good as this one, soft and powdery, and we get a lot of things moved away pretty quickly and have a good time, and nobody's so far not had any around here. There was I think of one major fatality out east of here, but so far everybody's been pretty careful here. Hopefully it'll continue to be that way. All right, we are ready to start our trivia contest this month. This one's sponsored by Gregory's. One of the best places to eat in Rutherford County is by far Gregory's Original, located in the Park Lane Plaza over in Rutherfordton. You can enjoy fresh and delicious subs, grinders, burgers, pastas, gardens, fresh salads, or steaks prepared to perfection. Just call on Gregory's if you have a catering job coming up. From simple to elaborate, doesn't matter, Gregory's can prepare just what your party needs. Make a smart choice. Choose Gregory's for dinner or lunch today. Go by there, have lunch with them in the Park Lane Plaza, Rutherfordton, or call them at 287-2171. Gregory's sponsoring this outset of the movie, of the TV show trivia. And here's how the game plays. I'm going to play a theme from some of the TV shows in the past. Like I say, over the period, some of them are already reruns now, but these are TV themes from the past. And you got to be the first caller to call in and tell me the exact name of the TV show. Now, we're going to limit this one per family, please, over the contest. And if you win one, you can't win again within 10 days' time. But one per family, and be the first to call at 287-3356. Now, if you know your TVs shows, you're going to be able to get these pretty quickly. Some of them, as I mentioned, will be tougher than others. Some of them you'll be able to get right off the bat real easily because it has the title and the theme. Others of them, you'll have to think about that a little bit. But right now, we're going to play the first one of the series of Guess the TV Show from the theme music. And if you get it, call first at 287. And by the way, if you call and you get the answering machine, call back until you get Todd's voice. Because after it gets real crowded, it goes into the voice message machine. And if you want to talk with Todd directly, call him, or until you hear me say we have a winner. All right, here we go. First TV theme show of the contest.
Told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke, your love life's the away. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. Still in bed at 10 and work again at 8. Burn your breakfast so far, things are going great. Your mother warned you there'd be days like these, but she didn't tell you when the world is brought down to your knees. And I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there.
We do have a winner already this morning, folks.
There before. I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. No one could ever know me, no one could ever see me, since you're the only one who knows what it's like to be me. Someone to face the day with, making all the rest with. Someone always laugh with. You know how I wish we're best friends here.
Well, you do know your TV theme music. Every call we've gotten was correct. Unfortunately, some of you were not quick enough. But Bobby Morgan was. He was the first caller in with the correct answer. That's the theme music from the television show Friends.
Your month or even your year. I'll be there for you when the rain starts to fall. I'll be there for you.
Others will say, oh, yeah, that's right. I couldn't think of it.
I'll be there for you. 'Cause you're there for me too. I'll be there for you. I'll be there.
All right, Bobby Morgan, what you got to do now? Stop by here. We'll have a certificate for you to take over to Gregory's. Enjoy meal compliments of Gregory. And we'll do this again tomorrow morning. We're going to do it every day for a while until we decide it's time to put it aside. But we'll have different meals from different restaurants around the county this morning that want to participate in this. Give you a chance to visit some of them for the first time. And we'll revisit Gregory's again later on. But Gregory's was the giver of the food this morning. So congratulations to Bobby Morgan. He was the first to call in with the correct answer. And of course the theme music was the theme music from Friends, which I believe is still in reruns. I think they're rerunning that show some now on one channel. But that's how the game's played. Tomorrow we'll do another TV show and another sponsor, and we'll give you a chance to win tomorrow. Just play along with us. Don't know what time tomorrow we'll have the contest, but it'll be during the 8 o'clock hour at various times throughout the period. All right? So we're off and running with that. Hope it's going to be fun for you as it was for us. And again, Bobby Morgan was the winner. Here's a great story from the ice and snow. This happened over in Mebane, North Carolina. A dog was rescued after he fell through the ice in an Orange County pond Sunday morning. The dog was 30 to 40 feet from shore in the partially ice-covered pond when Orange County deputies pulled him from the water. Officials were first told about the incident when a person called 911 after noticing a dog struggling to keep his nose above the water in the pond. Deputies then borrowed a boat from a nearby off-duty Carrboro police officer. Crews then ventured out into the pond, breaking ice along the way until they reached the dog. The dog, named Petey, was wrapped in warm blankets and kept for a short while in an Orange County Emergency Services ambulance. Petey is resting comfortably now and is expected to make a full recovery, according to the deputies, adding that Petey was reunited with his owner. Officials are not sure how long Petey was in the water, but it could have been more serious. But thank goodness for that life-saving effort. I saw on Facebook, too, I'm not sure where this was, but I think this was local, where a newborn calf was about frozen, born in the cold and the snow, and was about frozen, and the mother cow came to find some help, came to the pasture there, and as though something was wrong, and so the owners went out and was able to rescue the calf and warm it up and bring it back to life again. But the calf was just about frozen. That happened somewhere near a cow. I'm not sure where that was, but I think I read that on Facebook. So there's life-saving efforts out there. Here's an interesting study. Pew Research finds that Congress looks a lot like it did back in 1961, meaning there are many Christians in Congress right now. Among the 293 Republicans elected to serve in the new 115th Congress, all but two identify themselves as Christians. Now, it doesn't mean to say they always act like Christians, but it is to say that they call themselves Christians. In 1961, John F. Kennedy had just been sworn in as the 35th President of the United States. The Cold War was becoming increasingly warm. The Civil Rights Movement was launched, and the space race between the U.S. and Soviet Union was about to aim for the moon and beyond. Many things have changed in the nearly 6 decades that have followed, but one aspect of America really hasn't. According to a new report from Pew Research, the percentage of members of the 115th Congress is nearly the same as it was at the start of the 87th. The share of U.S. adults who describe themselves as Christians has been declining for decades, but the U.S. Congress is about as Christian today as it was in the early 1960s, according to the Pew Research Center. Indeed, among members of the new 115th Congress, 91% describe themselves as Christians. This is nearly the same percentage as in the 87th Congress, 1961 to 1962, the earliest years for which comparable data are available, when 95% of members were Christian. Among the 293 Republicans elected to serve in the new 115th Congress, all but two identify as Christians. These are two Jewish Republicans, Lee Zeblin of New York and David Kustoff of Tennessee, who both serve in the House. Democrats in Congress also are overwhelmingly Christian, 80% of them, but there is more religious diversity on this side of the aisle. Of the 242 Democrats in Congress include 28 Jews, 3 Buddhists, 3 Hindus, 2 Muslims, and 1 Unitarian Universalist, as well as the only member of Congress to describe herself as religiously unaffiliated. That's Representative Kristen Semina, Democrat from Arizona. In addition, all 10 members of Congress who declined to state their religious affiliation are Democrats. Here's an actual breakdown of religious affiliation of all 536 members of Congress. Christian, 485. Mainline Protestant Christian, 150. Evangelical Protestant Christian, 149. Roman Catholic, 168. Orthodox Christian, 5. Mormon, 13. Jewish, 30. Buddhist, 3. Hindu, 3. Muslim, 2. Unitarian Universalist, 1. No religious affiliation, 1. And 10 refused to answer. Of those that refused to answer were Democrats. While there is a difference in terms of the Christianity and religious diversity of the two major parties, both are overwhelmingly dominated by professing Christians. Nearly all Republicans, 99.3%, claim to be Christian, while more than 3/4 of Democrats, that's 80.2%, make the same profession of faith. Pew's analysis of that report seemed to lament the lack of representation of religious knowns, atheists, and agnostics in Congress, although some of them act that way, don't they, sometimes? Like as though they have no clue of what Christianity is all about. Some of them act that way. The analysis finds that some religious groups, including Protestants, Catholics, and Jews, have greater representation in Congress than in the general population. Jews, for example, make up 2% of the U.S. adult population, but amount for 6% of Congress. Other groups, including Buddhists, Mormons, Muslims, and Orthodox Christians, are represented in Congress in roughly equal proportions to their share of the U.S. public. The group that is most notably underrepresented in the religious unaffiliated. This group, also known as religious knowns, now account for 23% of the general public, but just 0.2% of Congress. As noted, as I mentioned a while ago, Kristen Semina of Arizona is the only member who describes herself as religiously unaffiliated. Particularly with everything that is going on in the world today, it's not difficult to see that God certainly has his hand on what's happening on Capitol Hill. But the dominance of professing Christians in Congress certainly begs a question for the church itself to ponder. Will so many Christians in the House and Senate, why doesn't our government and our culture reflect a more biblical society? Good question, right? Why don't they act more like the one they profess to believe in? Good question, good thought, conversation. Maybe, just maybe, they'll start walking the walk and not just talk the talk. It's 8:48. I'll be back in just a moment.
You know, you can always depend on the Medicine Box in Rutherfordton to answer questions about your medications, therapeutic footwear, over-the-counter medications. Now remember, October the 15th, Medicare annual enrollment begins. Do you have questions or concerns about the Medicare open enrollment? Is your current drug plan right for you? The Medicine Box in Rutherfordton has the tools to help. You may be able to significantly reduce your drug costs by taking a look at your prescriptions and Medicare plan options. Call or go by the Medicine Box in Rutherfordton and talk to Laura Hodge and her staff about iMedicare, a free Medicare plan consultation. The Medicine Box in Rutherfordton can easily compare your Medicare Part D plan to others in order to help you save. The Medicine Box in Rutherfordton at 200 Charlotte Road, or give them a call at 287-7117.
Dad, why are you bringing that old TV upstairs?
So I don't miss any of my favorite sporting events.
But we can stream TV everywhere with Northland.
Oh, thank goodness.
Get an internet and TV double play starting at $49.99 per month. And never miss a minute of your favorite shows and sporting events at home or on the go with TV everywhere. Call 1-888-NORTHLAND or visit getnorthland.com/go fast today. Additional restrictions and conditions apply. All rates net of taxes and fees. Not available in all areas. See getnorthland.com/offers for full details.
Northland's internet and TV double play gives you blazing speed and popular TV channels starting at $49.99 a month. Call 1-888-NORTHLAND or visit getnorthland.com/go fast. Those facing cancer don't have to do it alone. Rutherford Regional's Cancer Resource Center offers patient navigation, experienced nurses who are there to provide information, support, and guidance when you need it most. In many cases, our nurse navigators are available to attend doctor visits with you to provide explanations about your treatment. The Cancer Resource Center is located just off Business 74 in Forest City next to Belk. For information, call 828-245-4596 or visit www.myrutherfordregional.com/cancer.
We've received a couple of more cancellations and closures for today. Welcome Table, it meets on Monday night. They're closed for tonight, and Yokefella closed today as well. I'll add those along with some of the others that have delayed their opening and those that are closed today. And we'll add to them throughout the day today. Closer, I'm sure there'll be some others that schedule some things for tonight. We'll be closing or postponing. We'll let you know as soon as we get them in. Here, we'll pass those on to you. As you know, the inauguration is coming up real soon. What about that Meryl Streep last night? Is it necessary for the award show to always blast Donald Trump because he happens to win the election and Hillary didn't win? When are they going to let it go? I mean, why take up good? Because I didn't watch the show. I just been seeing the clips this morning of Meryl Streep jumping all over because her candidate didn't win. She just can't bear up under it. We've all had wins and we've all had losses. When we have losses, we buckle up and go ahead. When we have wins, we cheer about it, go ahead. And these folks that keep criticizing and condemning Donald Trump, they just got to let it go. Got to let it go, folks. The National Park Service is allowing up to 900,000 possible protesters to use public park space in the National Mall to protest Donald Trump's inauguration. Civil rights attorney for one of the protest groups is hailing this as a victory for free speech. But Gary Byrne, who's a former Secret Service officer and the New York Times best-selling author of Crisis of Character, says activist protesters complicate the jobs of law enforcement officers and threaten the peaceful transfer of power. They're allowing up to 900,000 possible protesters. By the start of the inauguration, officers will be exhausted with 4 hours of sleep. No one will be off duty. Over 50 local, state, and federal agencies will be coordinated every contingency, exit route, managing thousands of encrypted radio communications, counter surveillance, counter reconnaissance, major roll calls and department briefings. Every trash can, mailbox, storm drain, window, and porch be checked, rechecked, and monitored. There's enough threat within our country they have to have security for without protesters protesting and causing even more turmoil. Why don't the protesters wait and do that later when it's not so terror threatened anyway? Trump's inauguration faces even more challenges in today's political climate. After a tense and ugly campaign season, security officials are planning for major protests that could spiral out of control when over 90,000 protesters are going to be protesting this inauguration. I'm glad we have the freedom to protest in America, but it's time to let it go, folks. Donald Trump's going to be the next president, whether we like it or not. He's the man. So get over it. I'll see you tomorrow, folks. Have a great day. We'll do another trivia contest tomorrow with the theme music from your TV show, so brush up on it. Congratulations to Bobby Morgan for winning today.
I'm Mike Rayleigh. Governor Roy Cooper says a car skidded off an icy interstate in North Carolina, killing one person. The death Sunday morning in Montgomery County, south of Asheboro, is the first reported from this weekend's winter storm in the state. Cooper tells NCN News to beware on the roads.
On the roads, they are very slick and still incredibly treacherous.
Cooper says